Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to F1 2020 with Unit 237. We are here for episode 3 of the Ranked series. Starting off in Austria for the first race of the video. We come across the line, do a 104.2. This is in the same lobby as my previous video. Unfortunately there's only 2 people in this race. We come home in second, or last. And we get off to a pretty decent start. Casper up ahead, you may recognise him from FTR. I did invite him to the lobby after this race. This is also going to be another very short video. Nothing much really happens in these races due to the lack of people in them. The race is wet. Unfortunately, either Casper is an absolute god in the wet or he's using traction control. I think he's using traction control just because the way he pulls away on the exit of corners. So basically nothing happened for this race. I managed to keep within like a second of him, but obviously there's no DRS, so I can't really do anything about that. As we round the final corner now on the final lap, we're going to go with him in P2. I'm not going to complain, you know, we didn't, you know, there's only 2 people, we finished where we started. We're going to move on to the second race now. This is Singapore. Fortunately qualifying is in the dry here. As we're rounding the final 2 corners now, we're going to try and get pole position. We're currently first, we've run out of ERS though, but luckily we come across the line first to do a 136.2. I believe the gap was pretty close to the front, maybe only a tenth or 2 in it, but unfortunately once we get to the race, it's raining again. So we have a pretty poor start even by my standards. The rain doesn't help that, and Casper shoots off into the lead. And he's just going to romp away with this one, unless he makes a mistake. I messaged him after this when I was invited to the league, and I said, could we have a race where it's not raining? He did, and he's ridiculously quick. So I need to practice a lot more come FTR, which actually starts on the weekend of the 9th and 10th of January. So stay tuned for that, videos will be coming out then. I will be commentating tier 2 and 3 races on a Saturday, but I will put up more info of that once the time comes, when we get closer. We actually crashed a couple of times in this race, so we had to pit. We're trying to set the fastest lap. I did turn traction control and ABS on just to see how much quicker I was, and we're going to come across the line, and we're pretty much going to be only about a tenth or 2 behind his fastest lap, about a second ahead of our fastest lap. So I guess assists give you a massive benefit in the wet, which obviously they should. It's not like last year's game where the assists slowed you down a bit, and I really want that change, but it is what it is. As we move on to race 3 now, once again it's raining here in the Zandvoort racetrack in the Netherlands. We managed to come first. Unfortunately Casper left the ranked lobby, and we had to move to a different one, and now we've just got another 2 people in. DDR NSD is the driver we're going to be facing up against. I can tell you this race was a pretty boring hour. Not much really happened after this race. Any of the races really. We pulled out nearly a second over him already, and yeah, by the end of lap 2 we're already 5.5 seconds ahead of him. We come across, we set our fastest lap at 1:10.5, which I'm very happy with that. In the dry, with pretty much not full race fuel but enough, and we come across the line, we finish 15 seconds ahead of this guy. Pretty boring, you know. We've won our first race this video, so I'll take that. As we move on to Abu Dhabi now for race 4, and it's raining. Yeah, I'm as confused as you are for this. We do have a few more people in this lobby, which is good. I think we qualified first, so we've got pole position again. I think that's 2 poles out of 4 now, or 3 poles out of 4. Gonna look for our second win out of 4. We've got 5 red lights, and it's lights out and away we go after a pretty long hold. We get a pretty poor start, very shaky, and that allows Forza Milan to slide up our inside. We try and hold it around the outside, but unfortunately we don't have enough momentum on him. And we're going to try and follow him through, maybe get him on the straights. try and pull out a gap, but unfortunately DDR Ennis goes for a pretty audacious move on us, and he actually taps our rear end, so that probably gives him a little bit of damage. And we actually lose P2 there. So we're going to try and hold it around the outside here. Unfortunately he squeezes off, but then he runs on the AstroTurf, and then we just shoot it back up the inside. So now he's dispatched with, we're going to hunt down Forza Milan and see if we can pick up our second victory of this video. Basically I want to be winning and getting as many podiums as possible. Obviously it's pretty simple when there's only 3 people in a race, but I don't want to be losing positions off the start. Like I don't want to come lower than where I qualified if I can help it. It's probably the fastest way you're going to get through. So we're staying on board here because we actually managed to hold on to the position on the second straight. I thought he was going to come back at us. As we're starting lap 3 now, lap 2 we set the fastest lap of the race, so 1:35.8. We're just hunting down Forza Milan at this point. Unfortunately we weren't able to catch him. Maybe he saved a bit more ERS than I did, but luckily for us he has a 2-second time penalty. I believe that was, from what I can actually remember, I didn't include this, I think I forgot to, which I apologise, but I closed to the back of him and I managed to overtake him, but he cut the corner to get back ahead of me. That's why he slowed down on the exit and he let us past. That's or he cut the corner on purpose or something, I can't remember. Basically he did a very sportsmanship thing by letting us go. As we got to the final race, I decided it'd be funny to vote for Vietnam. It's just going to come back and bite me in the arse as we start on pole position. We get a pretty mediocre start, but PH Lemoyo here. Actually, I don't know what happens there. I feel like I brake late him, so it may be a bit of desync. He does have a lag indicator next to him, so probably just a bit of unlucky contact there. I should have probably moved to the left, so I'll take responsibility for keeping myself damaged there, but that was it. We crashed again, we lost more wing damage, we lost more of our wing, we had a pit stop, and I regret voting for Vietnam at this point, as we come through the fan cut and we clatter the wall. Unfortunately we don't pick up the win. Not as good as what I would have wanted. Only 2 wins out of 5, 3 pole positions, though I'll take that. As we're looking at our rating now, we are at 1,922. If we look at ranked, we currently have 7 wins, 7 poles and 14 podiums. I've completed 17 races, so I think we're pretty good standing. We've won 7 out of 17 so far. Hopefully we can have a bit better luck in the future, have some more people so we can gain more positions, increase our rating a little bit more. I think Master rank comes at 2,600, Gold rank comes at 2,000, so it may take a little bit longer than what I anticipated for. But I hope you did enjoy this short video of ranked. I may consider making longer, but if you did enjoy, please do leave a like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you all for some more F1 videos very soon.